Hey guys, welcome to Konsui Fighter Live, the show that is all about Konsui Fighter. I'm Logan,
and a little bit about Gundams,
and a little bit about Gundams, as you see here. Welcome to our third Gundam stream.
Been too long.
Yep.
Yep.
It's been a hot minute.
Yes.
Very hot minute.
Very hot, very long minute.
So for those of you who this is your first time watching, my name's Logan Jensen. I'm the director of public relations and fun.
Mm-hmm.
I've decided to add the public relations and fun title.
It's a serious title. You better step up to that responsibility.
Yep. And with me, I have Shane Helms, who's our lead director for Konsui Fighter, and Sean Cornett, who is sitting right over there.
Yep.
Yep.
But
I do programming stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
he does programming and he deals with us. So
Yeah, there's that.
But before we get into our Gundams and what are we building, whatnot, we actually have some pretty exciting news to announce this evening.
Yep.
So I'm actually going to take it to my buddy Logan over there, and he's actually going to share it. So take it away, Logan.
I think he's ready.
Thanks, Logan. Hey guys, Logan here. As you know, we've been working very hard on Konsui Fighter. On our last stream, we did announce our primary voice cast, and we have been having an absolute blast at bringing their voices and our characters to life. They have been doing a phenomenal job, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Back to you, Logan.
Logan, I think there was like one more thing that we needed to let everybody know, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, there is one more thing to share with you all. During the audition process, we had several unlisted roles for characters we have not yet publicly announced. Well, today we would like to introduce you to our additional voice cast members. We welcome Madeline Rose, Christopher DeToli, and D. Tyler Foltz to the voice cast. We are very excited to share more details in the future, so please stay tuned for further updates. Now, let's get to the Gundam stream.
Awesome. Yeah, so we've got 3 more voice actors joining the cast. We're really excited to welcome them to the project. We were kind of looking for people that stood out for these unlisted roles through the entire casting process. And they had some really memorable auditions that we thought would be a great fit. So we'll have some more information on their roles in the future, but welcome aboard. We're excited to have everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the dark side.
Yeah. Yeah, the voice acting process in general, if you're following us on social media, you've probably seen that we've been posting quite a bit about it, but it's been going really great. Our first round of actors are just about done with all their samples, and everybody's been doing an amazing job. You guys are really going to like the voice work for the game, and we're excited for you guys to check it out once we get to Beta Prime. So keep an eye out for that for sure. So, yeah.
That'd be good.
All right. Well, so now that the super exciting news has been shared, let's get to the second super exciting news.
Mm-hmm.
And what is everyone? What are we all building? So first, let's go ahead and start with Shane.
So for the third time,
You're
I
good
am
eventually.
continuing
Until
my
the end of time.
Yeah, I'm continuing my master grade of the original RX-78. So I think I gotta see where I left off, but I want to say I've got the head and torso and arms all
Getting
this
close.
together. I kind of remember doing the hands on the last stream.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess today we'll be getting the
Oh, that's right,
waist
because
and
it
the
had
legs.
all of the fingers.
Yeah, all the
articulated.
articulated fingers, and which is just insane.
Crazy.
So I'll be continuing work on that. Sean, what do you got?
doing a high grade Senjuku, or Senju, sorry. It's only a high grade, but I like it because it has the like super shiny finish on it.
Oh yeah.
So I'm about the same spot halfway through.
Nice. You will probably beat me.
Ah,
I think
maybe.
that's a fair bet.
I have a lot of stickers still to apply. So
Oh, the stickers.
yeah.
What do you got, Logan?
So I have the upper torso arm head
It's looking
area
good.
of the Gundam Astray red frame
Yep.
from Gundam Seed.
Yes.
For those of you who have watched this, you know that I know nothing about Gundams. But
Besides they're cool.
right, besides how cool they are. So that's I only have the legs left, and then I'm done. Oh, and I guess there's a sword too. So
Yep.
But
I
hopefully,
think the
Killer
sword's only a
sword.
couple
I
pieces.
think we'll be pretty busy. We should have prepped a picture of the pile of Gundam models
Yeah.
that we have waiting on the other
we
side
couldn't
of
fit
the
them this
room.
time.
Right.
But yeah, we somehow keep ending up with more and more models to build.
They're
so.
mostly mine.
and then
Get cracking.
last we have my girlfriend joining Ellen, who
I've been here the whole time.
Mhm.
Yep.
You just don't see me.
she's the back end
Backbone.
person.
I'm the
Okay.
back end person.
But so she always joins us, and she's gotten two Gundams done
Yeah.
actually.
Mhm.
That's oh boy, that's Astaroth from the new Iron Blooded Orphans.
Mhm.
It's pretty killer. Got that. And then I finished just a regular Gundam Death Scythe from Gundam Wing.
Mhm.
And then tonight I'll be working on my fave,
Ooh.
Death Scythe Hell Custom from Endless Waltz.
Nice.
She's trying to make us look bad.
Yeah.
I'm
not gonna lie.
Not even gonna deny.
Nah.
I got
You guys
two
gotta
more.
get going.
Mhm.
I got two more for my birthday.
Yeah.
So
I haven't
least
done
I'll-
like the lines on Astaroth.
Yeah.
I did the lines on this guy, but
I'll eventually get back to that stuff.
it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah. I did get
Seriously.
some fancy sandpapers for modeling. We'll see if I can get to some of this. Forgetting how to use which one where.
It lining takes longer than putting the whole Gundam together because it's so meticulous.
Yep. Oh, then yeah, there's the people that like repaint it and like finish it.
You know that it's starting to appeal to me, honestly.
It's nice and relaxing, if anything.
And
If you treat it right.
and it's tough because like on this old Gundam, like the one that was made so many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, Death Scythe is kind of supposed to be black, but he's kind of like a navy blue.
He technically is more of a blue.
Yeah, so I would much rather, repaint him so he's more of a darker.
Yeah, yeah,
But, whatever.
yeah. Because they have official colors for all of them. So. But you can still customize. What's really fun is like the battle damage ones, but that takes so much work.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where I am on this.
Yeah, I think I ended on just this torso. so
Because
I need to
of
go-
course I would have labeled,
Uh-huh.
Of course.
where
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be.
Nah.
Organized.
Who needs that?
F.
I don't know, I got feet.
Get feet!
Well, bottoms of the feet. So those are there.
A,
Okay.
B.
Guess I should
Hopefully
try
I
to...
didn't skip over any steps. I'm pretty sure this is where
You
I
will
left off.
know.
Yours are so, yours are so
Meticulous.
detailed that I would be kind of afraid that I would forget.
What is this craziness? Putting in like some angled piece through here. Oh gosh, what is this?
Your worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Come on, man, turn.
Weren't you also going to look into like the head light
Oh,
up?
the lighting
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I need to order one of the little LED units because
It's
yeah.
slightly expensive
Eh.
because I looked them up. But
Yeah. I'm trying to remember where I think it goes in the back if I take this portion off.
Mm-hmm.
It'll slide in, and then the head will illuminate
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The
okay,
eyes.
so
the
we're-
eyes and the area above the mask. And
Okay, so ABC.
yeah, I guess by the time I finish this,
Mm-hmm.
which hopefully won't be tonight by that token, I'll have to have one of those so we can see it lit up.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Even though I do want to finish it tonight. I guess we could always
You
just
can
have it
finish
on a
yeah.
future stream.
It'll be one of
to-
our ones standing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've really been looking at
There.
one.
I am now organized correctly,
Good.
and I think I figured out where I'm supposed to be. So
Oh no.
Why your
Blank
hand
now.
keep? Oh,
There's one I want that the whole thing lights up. It's pretty
Oh
badass.
yeah.
I accidentally
Yeah,
ordered
you
the
showed me
LEDs, but it was just the LEDs, not the actual Gundam.
Shit.
The actual Gundam's like $300.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to come back to that.
Holy moly.
The LED pack was like 100 and something. So it's like I can just build my own LEDs.
F 35. Hey,
Hey.
I got a number
Hey.
that's funnier than 35.
Mhm.
36. I was literally about to pull this off. and I was-
Hashtag cringe.
35, 36, 35, 36.
It's like, does your hand go up any higher?
So,
Yeah.
yeah, what's everyone, see, we normally talk about anime
Animu.
when we're talking about this, so,
Sometimes.
oh, there that goes.
Do you want me to talk about the fall season?
Sure.
It's actually pretty good. One of the shows I've really been looking forward to because I happened to catch the manga before it came out was I'm gonna blank out on all names now.
Yeah. Oops. Whoa.
Let me pull them up.
I think you normally do that.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, I started watching Inferno Cop.
Inferno Cop.
Yes. It is a short
Oh, okay.
style.
I think
anime.
I might have seen.
Yeah,
something
it
about that.
last year at NACO, one of the panels was about short anime,
Sure.
and he talked about that one.
Yeah.
And it is by far one of the most ridiculous
Mm-hmm.
animes I have ever seen. The episodes are about, I want to say, like 7 minutes long,
Mm-hmm.
like either 5 minutes
Oh,
long.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that one.
Yeah. It's made by Trigger, which is one of my
Mhm.
favorite studios. So
Yeah.
and just the hilarity of it is
I'm
awesome.
a little concerned about exactly what I'm building here.
It's
You're
the
building a Gundam.
it's your cod piece.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cockpit.
Yes, your
No, I already did that. That's up here.
It's
Mhm.
all in the hips,
I'm
man.
pretty sure my little guy is still in there. Yep.
Guys, I got no legs.
Let's see, we watched the Castlevania anime that's on.
Oh, yeah.
We
I
watched
still need to get to that.
Castlevania.
It was, I mean, granted, it was only 4 episodes long.
Right.
Yeah, they're building another season already, though.
They
It was
are.
ridiculously short.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
it was decent.
Yeah, I mean the animation was really impressive.
Yeah, they've been getting good studios to do those.
I'm at a disadvantage though because I have never played any of the Castlevania games. So
But you
I
have
may not
Symphony of the Night.
I may not quite understand what exactly is going on in the show, which is why I wasn't a
He's
huge fan
killing-
of it.
He's killing vampires.
Right,
so.
right.
Well, and it's funny, like, most of them are very, very light on story. It's more
Oh.
about the world and
Yeah.
exploration, so.
I see.
Yeah, only some of the later ones have actually had a semblance of a cohesive story. So yeah, like, I usually give a lot of stuff a chance,
Oh, yeah.
so just kind of going down the list. Black Clover was interesting.
Black Clover.
Very, it's another, like, shonen boys fighting powers and stuff.
He's a fight thief.
Yeah, basically. Trying to be, like a Naruto type, but I don't know. if anything, the main character's annoying as hell. He just yells all the time. But I don't know. It might be good.
Wow, that sounds like Naruto.
Yeah.
Datte-wa-yo!
Junin Tensen?
Junin Tensen?
Yeah, or Tyson. Which is like, it's like a battle of these people with powers, and they're all based on like Zodiac, like Chinese Zodiac. So, yeah, there's like a rabbit guy with just nuts and like all these other crazy. Yeah, it's very dark, and it looks like it's really good action.
Yay, dark!
So,
My favorite.
Yeah, I'm a little tired of just all dark all the time, so I haven't watched more of it. Yeah.
Come on.
Oops, sorry.
You're fine.
Konohana Kitan, which is like a super cute. All these girls, mostly like cat and fox girls,
Mm-hmm.
like running this ryokan like hot springs. It's really cute.
Huh. That reminds me, I still need to see that Dragon Maid show.
Oh yes, that is so
Yes.
good.
I want to see it.
So good. That's one of my favorites for that season.
I was gonna either start that or Inferno Cop, and I chose Inferno Cop.
Yeah. Well, it's at least
It's
short.
so funny.
Yeah.
Like, I'll sit in the break room watching it and just bust out laughing. And people come in and are like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm watching Inferno Cop.
Did you ever see Shokugeki no Soma? It's like
Doesn't sound familiar.
cooking battle show. This is like the 3rd season.
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
I think I wanted to see it,
it's pretty
but
good.
I didn't.
Like another kind of shonen type thing
Yeah.
where like
I think
they
I
all
heard
have
it's like
specialties.
yeah,
and
it's like a slice of life show, sort of.
No, more comedy, I think.
Oh, gotcha.
But like they battle through cooking type of thing, so it's fun.
Huh.
Pretty well done. Good characters. What else? Oh, Just Because, that looked really good. I only saw 1 episode so far. Lots of drama. High
Just
school drama.
Because. Oh boy, good old high school drama.
The Beautiful World is really interesting. I only saw 1 episode of that.
That sounds familiar.
It's about this kid that kind of just travels around on a bike, a motorcycle. And for some reason, the motorcycle talks, and like just nobody thinks anything of it. It's just every day. It's like his motorcycle's talking.
Huh.
But like each episode has like a theme. So the very first episode, he's traveling to this small country that's all walled off, and everybody's allowed to kill. Like killing is legal for basically any reason.
Huh.
So like people are going in, and like one guy he meets is like, oh, I'm so excited because you can kill and get away with it kind of thing. And when he gets there, he's it's kind of high tension for a bit because all these people have guns and wandering around. But then it kind of, it's a bit of a
Obviously.
spoiler. I don't want to get into it.
It
but
takes a turn, I
yeah,
assume.
it takes a turn. It's not quite what you think.
Mm.
So, but it's pretty good. It kind of covers various social issues.
Well, of course, this piece has to be like a pain to try to.
Oh yeah, there's this one. It's kind of crazy, all like CG, and all the girls are like made of pure crystal. So if anything, like it's something you couldn't really draw traditionally. So I'll give it that. There's a few slice of life ones that are just okay so far.
See, I'm one of the people that drinks the haterade on digital shows.
Yeah, I mean, I will give it this one that it's trying to do something different stylistically.
Yeah.
I'll give that more respect than like generically throwing CG in to like cut the budget or something.
Yeah.
So, like Appleseed also did a pretty good job with their CG.
See, I want to see that. I haven't
Yeah.
seen Appleseed yet.
They're pretty good. I've only seen bits and pieces of them. Blend S is like a super cute like comedy one where it's these girls that work at this cafe, but each girl has a theme. So like the main girl wants to be like really kind and happy and whatnot, but she just has like the most sadistic look on her face when she gets like too serious and focused. And then there's
That sounds strangely familiar.
yeah. Or there's like a 30-year-old girl who's like super short, so she plays the little sister.
She's old.
Yeah. Or, yeah. And so each girl has kind of like a theme, and then they just kind of play with different comedy things around that.
Huh.
The guy who owns the shop is like Italian guy who just super loves everything Japanese, while the main girl loves foreign stuff. So yeah, you can see where that's going.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Right. This piece to it was like just put these two things together. I don't know why I was just looking at it and I'm like, this just is not working. And
Look
then I
at
realized I was doing it upside down.
Look at the instructions again. If you ever have trouble, just look again. Cause
Oh, I did. I was like, okay, I'm gonna look at this. Nope, it's still not. Okay, nope, still not. And then I look, and then I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, there we go.
Probably my top show this season, which, like I said, is one of the ones I've been watching the manga for a long time, or for a little while now, is Ancient Magnus Bride.
I saw. What did I see? I saw some pictures regarding that.
Yeah.
What is that show about?
So it's very like mysterious and mystical. Like in a way, it kind of reminds me of like kind of almost like a Harry Potter magic, where a lot of it's not explained. It's just it makes sense as they do it, but it's very mystical. But
You're a wizard, Harry.
kind of, there's no school involved.
But I'm just Harry.
So basically, there's this thing that's not quite a human, but it has like this like
It has like a skull face.
skull of
yeah.
like a bull
horse or
like
something.
with horns.
Yeah.
But he goes to this auction at the very beginning and buys this girl who's like I think she's like maybe 18, that type of thing. But she was Japanese.
Questionable.
But like she actually is like this very special person that
Of
they're
course.
extremely rare. Well, but she's had a really, really, really shitty life.
Yeah.
Where like her mother tried to her mother killed herself in front of her and said, I wish you wouldn't have been born.
Awesome.
Like that type of like super dark.
Oh boy, dark.
But it kind of works out in a way where this creature buys her and is gonna take care of her. And then, he kind of says like I'm gonna marry you and you're gonna be my apprentice type of thing in the first episode. So but it's really neat how it kind of transitions to where obviously it kind of builds up a love story
Of course.
as they go along.
Like a Beauty and the Beast sort of thing.
Kind of, yeah. But in a really good way.
Yeah.
And like the mysticism is really well done.
Yeah.
They're keeping really close to the manga, which is great. My only complaint is some of the episodes, they're kind of drawing it out. I think to make it really pretty and drawn out, but that means they're also like chopping little bits of the story out as they go. So
They're editing out some.
yeah, and probably for budget reasons. But
Yeah.
overall, it still is amazing and worth watching. But, yeah,
I have heard that.
that's all the main stuff so far. Yeah, it was kind of nice that they actually did like a pre-season 3-episode thing that was like a side story. It was actually really well done. It shows a little bit of her backstory when she was a kid. Because essentially part of her issue is that she can also see like all these spirits and beings. So like the dead will kind of haunt her since she was a kid. So she sees things and nobody believes her and everybody thinks she's bad luck. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. You haven't fallen asleep yet, have you?
Nope.
Okay.
No, he's just on his phone.
Close enough.
I'm busy. Did you guys see did you guys look at the thing I sent you this morning about who's going to be at the PlayStation Experience?
Who?
I don't know.
Did you send that to us?
Yeah. I mean, it's like the developers that'll be there. I really just made up a point of who's not going to be there.
And who would that be?
And who is it?
Square Enix.
Oh.
So that means no Final Fantasy VII and no Kingdom Hearts news.
I mean, are you surprised by that?
I mean, I'm sad.
We should be
Disappointed.
seeing something.
Yeah.
Especially if Kingdom Hearts is supposed to come out next year.
Yeah, right.
Kingdom
mean,
Hearts, I'll believe
Yeah,
it when I
fucking
see
right.
it. That thing's been developed for how long? So But yeah, like Final Fantasy, it'd be good to see something. I just assumed if they weren't going to show up for this, they're definitely saving it for E3. So, like I said, just confirms it.
That or else it's just going to shit.
Well, actually, it already did go to shit.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that. They were actually outsourcing some of it
Oh god.
to a third party,
Oh god.
and they essentially had to take it back from the third party, and they're like, "We're doing this internally because reasons." It's like, oh well, that explains.
Because you're effing it up.
Basically. So, oh well. I
Great,
mean,
that's
I'd
great
rather them
news.
do it internally. So,
Right.
Works for me.
No. I mean, on the front of their picture, they had, like Activision and EA.
Well,
They had Double Fine on there, which I was like, huh, I wonder what Double Fine
they still have a few things they're working on. They have the VR thing for Psychonauts that they're doing. I assume that's going to be on PlayStation VR. And then
Already out.
Psychonauts 2.
Psychonaut VR is
Oh,
already out.
that is out. Yeah, yeah.
The only reason
I
why I
never
know
did
this
try
is
that.
because Best Buy was having a sale on VR titles, and that was one of them.
Ah. Anything else you're looking forward to?
Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh, that was me.
Wow.
That could have been
My
better.
chair was not rolling, and then I tried to roll it a little too hard.
Don't know your own strength.
I mean, right now, so I got an Xbox One X, and so I've been playing that, and been playing Call of Duty,
He's been calling the duty.
and I've been getting better too.
So you're not dying
Why are
instantly?
you looking at me? I never.
Why was that directed?
I mean, I was more just looking in
Around.
that direction.
Yeah. The camera that doesn't exist there.
Hmm?
I was looking at camera too.
Ooh.
But yeah, no, been playing that. That's been fun.
Mhm.
It actually is pretty fun. It's the first Call of Duty that's been fun in a while.
Good.
Me anyway.
Did you ever play the old ones?
Oh yeah, friend.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, like, Shane's tired of the World War II setting.
Really, I was tired of this stupid future warfare.
Yeah.
Let me use my rocket pack to fly around this satellite base. Like, no, that's dumb.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if it was done right. They were trying to be realistic while also having lots of sci-fi stuff in it.
Right?
I wasn't sure how they were going to pull this one off with all the, like, jumping people tend to do and
No, it's
fast
it's
action.
Oh no,
fun.
so people still try to jump.
Oh, yeah. One of the most hilarious things to me was one of the old games like that. I can't remember which one. Like, it was one of the hardcore ones where, like, if you jumped, it stopped all forward movement. So, which was new at the time. So people were trying to, like, bunny hop, but all they were doing is, like, hopping up and down in place.
The same
And he would just shoot them. It was hilarious.
Oopsie poopsie.
It's like, yeah, that doesn't work here. Oh, these smell horrible.
What? Oh, the sanding pads?
Yes.
These smell
I
absolutely
don't know if I want to know what they're made of.
I assume it's
I
just
mean,
the chemicals from the
yeah.
foam, but
Smells like foam to me.
Ow.
well, I ruined this
All
piece.
right, PC.
Oh, I needed
on
B.
their foot.
PCB.
I also just realized because this has the metallic coating, I can't sand it.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the one negative about the metallic coating.
Yeah. They do actually have like all metal Gundams, and I'm also tempted to get one of those, but they're also very expensive.
I
And
would
heavy.
imagine.
Yeah, I'm sure. I tried looking it up. They're fairly thin metal pieces, but yeah, they're still metal. I want to say it's like aluminum or something.
21, 23.
All right. B9. What about you, Shane? You've been playing a game, I know.
We've been playing a couple
Game.
games. Well, I finally got around to Mario Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
Not very far. Sean has gotten a Switch, gotten Odyssey, beaten it. He's
Yep.
now
Oh,
finally
wow.
playing Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
I
have comments on that.
Yeah. Well, what are your comments on
Yeah.
that?
Well, no,
Regale
Which
us.
We're already on Mario, so let's start there.
Yeah, I mean, I've been enjoying Mario thus far, but I'm only a couple worlds in. So.
Yeah. It's pretty fun, Mario, that is. The only thing is, like, I had to use the Pro Controller, because I could probably do it better now, because I tried Zelda with the Joy-Cons.
Joy-Con.
But I just couldn't get enough precision with the Joy-Cons on Mario at first. Getting to all, like, the bonus levels, it's nice to be able to play through them and kind of be a completist to get all the moons and whatnot. I think I'm up to, like, 400 and something.
Yep. So you're halfway-ish?
Yep. Yeah, I know I don't have all of them in every world, but I think some I'm pretty close.
Yeah.
I know I got all the coins in certain worlds.
Nice.
So, but yeah, some of the bonus levels are obviously hard, but they're kind of designed to be. I just feel bad because, like, there's a couple of them, like one I spent over half an hour just trying to jump to these platforms where you have to be super precise, and if you die, it kind of kills you slowly in a way. It's like, well, just reset me. So that took a while. My main problem is I couldn't, like, judge where I'm gonna land very easily. I had to try to use the shadow, and you're the first thing you can take over is this frog that jumps really high but really slow. So you have to jump onto these, like, platforms that are in the middle of this goo that kind of in waves will cover up the platform.
Oh, that sounds irritating.
Oh, it's bad. But I did finally get it. Yeah.
Yeah, so, and then I've been picking up some of the other recent releases. I got the Doom port on Switch, which has been pretty fun.
Yeah.
Pretty good port. I've been doing all right in some online play, a little bit here and there.
The new Doom is very good. I'd recommend it.
Yeah.
Yep.
On
any console.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also picked up the recent ports of Skyrim, so I got the VR version and the Switch version.
Because you can't get enough.
Well, they're different play experiences,
They are.
and I kind of want to, I want to support their efforts to bring those into VR and to Switch. So
Sure.
But yeah, I've been enjoying both. I'm not too far in either one, but Skyrim VR is, pretty much what I expected, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was
I
some
mean,
small bugs in that. But I was
well,
watching them
so it's funny. Yeah, we actually had it up at the studio over the weekend to just kind of check it out, and we had a couple glitches. But I meant to tell you, I saw they had a patch the other day,
Yeah.
and I have not seen any of the problems I saw before.
Good.
Going through, because I also started a new one on my profile, so.
Yeah, there were weird things too. Like
Yeah.
your character creation would just be black.
Yeah,
You would have the
whole
menus.
scene disappeared. So
Everything would be
I
black.
couldn't see like who I was.
Couldn't see the background.
That
There
sounds
were
like
occasional,
fun.
there were occasional issues where the items, if you were viewing them in like your inventory or a shop or something, would start flashing randomly.
What?
Yeah, like the books would.
Yeah.
Some items. Oh, the
Like
the
Skyrim
crystals.
Epileptic Edition or something?
Kinda. The crystals were hilarious.
Oh yeah, so I I started a fresh game and I got to the second town or whatever, and out front was an encampment where there was a cellar and a tent, and I went through
Was
his
it a
wares.
Khajiit?
Yeah,
Yes.
and I went through his wares.
Because you no steal.
Yeah.
God.
Damn it, Sean. And I got to like some crystal, and all the items thus far had come through and were showing in the view.
Yeah.
And I got to this crystal and it was just blank. I'm like, that's weird. I like scroll back and forth. It's like, no, there's nothing there.
Oh God.
So maybe they just don't have an image for this item. Like I don't know why they wouldn't for one random item. So I keep going through. The rest of the items in the list are there, and I get to some other kind of crystal, and it's also missing. I'm like, what the heck? And I want to say there was a sound or something that caught my attention to the left. So I happen to look over to my left, and there, hovering in midair within the tent, way off to the left of the menu, was the crystal. So I scroll back up to the other one, and sure enough, there it is, hovering off in space to the left. So, yeah, but they fixed all that. Everything now, I have yet to come across an issue. So they jumped on it pretty quickly.
Yeah. They've gotten better about that.
That's good and hilarious.
I'm used to that team, all their games having bugs at first.
Oh yeah.
So
they're so large.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard not to.
It's so hard to test something like
issues.
that.
Yep.
But yeah, so.
Yeah, and I plan to get it when it comes to PC VR.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, I've got
But
a
you're
couple.
enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Did that one come with all the expansion content?
Yeah, it came with all the DLC and whatnot. So I obviously haven't gotten as far as trying that out yet.
Oh
but
boy, don't you dare start the house one.
I will be very.
Don't you do it.
Very busy for a while with those.
Because I started the house thing and I have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem.
It's the first step.
It's true, she does. Like, I come home, I'm like...
What are you doing? Building things for my house?
For like the past 8 hours.
I have to organize this thing on my shelf just right.
No, you don't understand. I need 10 more goat horns to make these sconces for the walls. You don't understand.
Yeah, when I was playing really heavily, it was right before some of that came out. And I bought it anyways, I just never got around to it.
And then Logan's like, didn't you already build that? Well, yeah, that was in my first house.
Yep. How many wives and kids do you have?
It's official. I have hit part E3. You can't sit down. A precursor?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, if only.
Yes. Oh. Nice.
Oh, we have watchers?
Yeah, we got a couple people joining us.
Oh, hey.
How's it going, guys?
Yo.
I guess we should pay attention to this.
Yeah, I know.
Now we're too busy conversing.
We should actually take a second to keep an eye on the group.
Now we're too busy conversing about Skyrim.
Yep.
Yeah.
And my housing addiction.
But yeah, so I'm trying to think. That's most of the major recent releases. I also have a backlog of a couple titles for Vive that I'm waiting on, and managed to get a pre-order in for the new TPcast wireless kit. So yeah, I don't know if we want to bother to stream that, but at some point, once I get that in, we'll probably bring it up here and set up our space to try that out.
Yep.
Should be pretty interesting.
Essentially wire-free VR.
Yep.
Wow.
It's gonna be fun. It's kind of expensive. It's like $200, but it is wireless.
Yeah.
So, and it's new, so the price will go down.
But
I have finally gotten back to some Persona.
yes.
On the side.
Yeah.
I waited because I knew it would take up a whole bunch of time, and it has been. And Mario and Zelda had to take over too.
Yep. Oh yeah. So back to your Zelda thoughts.
Oh yeah, we need to cover that.
Yep.
Everyone's dying to know.
I'm starting to think that I think Zelda's just not for me in some ways.
Oh.
God, that could be the case.
Yeah.
It's possible.
It's still a great game. I can see why people like it. But there's just so many little things that slowly start to get really annoying. Like
Such as.
Yeah, elaborate.
Well, a little bit of it's my fault because I'm running everywhere, but 80 to 90% of my time is just running and climbing. And then I eventually kill some stuff, but it's the only thing I get out of it's some junk that I'm eventually just going to sell. I haven't really been doing any of the cooking because that's never really interested me in any games. There's lots of little things about interface or how things reset. If you fail a dungeon, this is a very slow game over, and then you have to reload the entire dungeon that you're just in. And then you still have to watch the elevator come down, and then you step out of the elevator. And even if you skip that, it's about the same amount of time. Just lots of little things that make it kind of hard. Every time I've died has been like insta-death from something.
Yep.
Just like something sneezing on me wrong and I just die. And I know I don't have like the best armor or anything yet, but at least in most other games I have a chance to dodge or I can level up or I don't know. It's just very slow going. I just have to be patient or kind of cheese the game.
Cheese.
Yep. That being said, I'll probably still end up getting it and playing everything. So I'm only down to like 2 towers left, and I've done a lot of almost every dungeon, all but one temple that I've done so far, and that was like a moderate combat challenge I told you about. So, yeah, I have a ton of Korok seeds. I have like 40 of them I need to trade in.
Yeah.
Yeah, those will go away pretty quick.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I'm sure. I've already seen him twice, so I need to find him again.
They need to make that dude as an amiibo.
The Maraca
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
He's pretty fun.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
I also need to find more of the Great Fairy shrines. I've only found
I
one.
love those.
Yeah.
How many of the actual dungeons have you finished?
None.
Oh.
Yeah, I've mostly been exploring.
None.
I don't know if I could, because I know some of them have bosses. I'm having trouble with bosses because, like I said, they insta-kill me every time. So I've been avoiding things like that.
Girl, you gotta duck and dodge.
And yeah,
Use that shield, girl.
that's still some of the problems I'm having too, where like, depending on which weapon I'm using, so like the big weapons have obviously a delay.
Mhm.
So by the time I get swinging, they're already going to come down and hit me. I really wish there was like a dodge roll. The most you can do is kind of like lock on and shuffle to the side.
There's the backwards dodge.
Yeah.
If you time it perfectly, which I haven't got the timing down. I guess I did just take
There's
time at
if
that.
you're Z targeting, you can usually do quick side hops or a back dodge.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I do.
hey.
You like bounce to the side.
What?
Alugana. Well, somebody from She Talks Too Much Gonna.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I think that's probably a lot of it too. I just need to. It's like I had the same issue with some other game where I just had to like do the perfect dodging every time because that's the trick to doing it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I got frustrated at the beginning of Breath of the Wild because I'm not used to dodging either.
Yeah,
But then once you get it, it becomes pretty easy.
it's the whole game is very much you're going to do it this way. Like we'll give you all this big toy box, but you have to kind of do it this way unless you again kind of cheese the game. So
Cheese.
yeah.
Logan, do we need to get
We have-
you a snack?
We have more pizza.
I like cheese.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Ow.
what was the one with Midna and the wolf?
That was
Yeah,
Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess. So I got Twilight Princess for the Wii back when I had a Wii, and I love the style of that one, but I got stuck on this part where you're having to like put out a fire on a wagon,
Yep.
riding the horse.
That is that part specifically
Yeah.
is the choke point of that game.
That
If you
thing
can
is
get
insane.
and it's not even that difficult. It's
No.
just annoying.
It's just
Yes.
the horse doesn't do what you tell it, and
Yeah.
like you run into a wall, you instantly stop. It's like that whole part.
If you get through that though, it's
Yeah.
definitely worth it.
Yeah,
The
I
rest of the
really,
game
really
is
liked that game.
Yeah.
really good.
That was the first legit Zelda that I played and actually beat.
Yeah.
I played Wind Waker, but I did not beat it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's just lurking on a break. She said she might drop by. Appreciate seeing you. Just us building Gundams.
Yep. Nothing too crazy.
Yep. Oop. Yeah, I am just really screwing up this fight. I'm not too worried though.
Welcome to Gundam building.
Yeah. It's his feet, so I mean it's gonna be. I'm just gonna assume it's damage to his feet when he's walking around.
Do you want to see what the bottom of an Avatar shoe looks like?
Do you ever remember that?
Oh.
That was
Oh man.
Xbox one year. That was a really bad year for them. It was when I think it was when the Kinect came out. They were like, "Oh, look at all the amazing stuff you can do with the Kinect." Ever wonder what the bottom of Avatar's feet looked like? And he tried like doing this, and
it like glitched out like it was having a
the
seizure.
leg was going into itself.
Oh
and,
no!
yeah, it was bad.
No, I do not do that.
I think that was the same
There
year.
was
they had,
there's also that version of that video that somebody put together where it cuts back to the guy and he's actually having the seizure or something. Like it's so bad.
There was also, I think that was the same year they had like Sprinkles, the little kitten tiger that the kid was playing with,
Yeah.
pretending to pet. Oh well.
Well, there's no more Kinects.
No. She's dead.
That era has ended.
I understand the idea of it, and I would still like to, if I ever had time, play with like the data you can do and like the SDK. There's some neat like robotic stuff people have done, but yeah. They pushed it too hard. They wanted to be a Wii.
I think they also just didn't
What the? Here.
like realize it fully. In a lot of ways too. Like I've seen a lot of systems like that where
Yeah.
like they dumb down the capabilities to make it work more easily for a particular type of game.
Yeah.
It's like if you look at the difference between going back to Zelda, the motion control support in something like Twilight Princess versus Skyward Sword.
Mhm.
It's night and day. One was engineered specifically to take advantage of that, and it did so really well.
Yeah.
It's like you can't just kind of cop out on having the capability. You need to truly support it. I remember that was one of the things that got me back in the Wii era too, because there was this one company, I don't remember their name, but they developed middleware for Wii. And what they did was they created a way to make it really easy for developers to integrate motion into their games.
Mhm.
Well, all their middleware layer did was basically allow you to recognize gesture pattern type general patterns
Yeah. Basic stuff.
to simulate a button press, essentially. You're not even really taking the advantage of
Yeah.
what you can get out of that range of control.
Yeah.
And as a result, a lot of games use that, and so
It was easier.
the Wii, like the potential of the Wii, very much became about, just replacing a button press with emotion instead of really taking advantage of that.
Yep.
And that's the same kind of thing I feel like kind of happened with the Kinect in ways, and it's just hard because it takes a lot of work to really take advantage of a lot of those things. And
You really have to design the game from the ground up
yeah.
to use that. Not to mention like all the other minor issues where like the Kinect just running would take up a percentage of your processor.
Yeah.
So that's less you can do in the game. Where certain things were precise, certain things were very imprecise. So they did a lot of really neat work to try to support the Kinect at least. Like they did modeling where like as a game dev you can just like get the skeleton of the person. So you can like model something to animate to that. Or you can get like all of the depth data if you want to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I think in the end, like my big thing is like, it sounds great that I'm interacting with the game, but for one, like you don't feel anything, so you have that missing.
You know what's interesting though? We say that.
Yeah.
But look at the level of experience you get from the same level of precision in VR titles.
I think that is even more one-to-one than like watching a mirror of
But
yourself
isn't
doing
that
it, though.
kind of an interesting like point? Is
Yeah.
that like they're just having the sense of being in that environment and that level of precision can make a big difference too.
Yeah.
Versus
Like-
watching a television screen with a representation of that.
I think like a Kinect mixed with a VR experience would be even better.
Oh yeah,
Than
we
just,
talked
like,
about that.
watching a mirror.
Remember
like,
we were talking
yeah.
about prototyping some kind of crazy system, with
Yeah.
multiple connects on a VR treadmill or
It'd be
something.
awesome. Yeah.
I think,
That's
I'm
a
pretty
big thing
sure
missing.
somebody's already done it.
Oh,
but-
I'm sure. That's a big thing missing with VR right now is like, you have your hands and like grabby motions. And that's about it.
grabby motion.
Well,
And then they like,
knuckles are on the way.
yeah. Well, and that gives
But
you
yeah,
fingers. But yeah, even then, like you're guessing on the leg positions and some of the arm positions.
And that's what the tracker's for. I mean,
Yeah.
you really just need to submerge your entire body in a pile of wires and sensors
And goo.
goo. Plenty of goo.
Sign me up.
Oh, the
What you need is goo. It's like the second time I've gotten to do that this stream. This is an awesome
Gonna
episode.
be a record.
Anytime. I'm Rob Reiner, and you've been Reiner.
Yeah, anytime we could bring up South Park.
Oh, yeah.
My other thing in general with like Kinect-like systems and even the Wii is, it sounds great, but at the same time, like playing a fighting game, I don't want to sit there and like pretend to punch for 5 hours. Like, so at some point, I want to press a button and look cool. It's so much easier.
Right. Yeah, I think that's, there's clearly examples from the Wii era where there was too much of that, and like I think that's why you got to look at what fits the experience. That obviously is a good example of something that really is unnecessary.
Yeah.
However, something like a table tennis or a golf game, it kind of makes more sense because the core of the game
is
built around your dexterity handling that thing, and that's where I think like it can really shine.
If you could somehow solve the feedback, swords would be really good.
Yeah.
VR,
We were talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
Some ways to handle like true one-on-one sword fighting in VR.
Yep. Like VR archery is so much fun.
Yeah.
Just simple things like that can be awesome. Or I'll play me a lot of Space Pirate Trainer until I get tired of that. But main thing with that is I need to still fix my. Still feels like my headset's a little blurry. But I think it's mostly me. I need to figure that out.
I have
Slightly.
a foot.
I have,
I have 2 feet and an arm. Working on the other arm now.
Almost. Click, snap. I have the waist.
nice.
I don't know if it's done, but it looks pretty close to done.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that thing.
It's like a belt.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's the waist. So I assume, even though they haven't told me yet, that this goes on here.
Don't get ahead of it.
Yeah.
Mess you up.
Well, I'm wondering why they don't show it being... Oh, yeah, because they want you to attach the legs before and then...
Yeah. Sometimes
Put
the
the
order
two
alone
halves
can really
together.
mess things up.
I'm almost done.
Yeah, nice.
I've
Gotta
got
pay
2
attention.
pages for the leg units. I like how they're not legs.
No.
They're leg units
Units.
specifically.
Exactly.
It's awesome. This looks like it has a lot of little pieces.
I'm sure it does.
These inside parts a little bit better since there's no metal finish. You know, it'd be really interesting is like to get. I know you can do is it electrostatic plating
Oh, yeah.
to actually plate the parts.
Well, and if you had aluminum, you could
Yeah.
analyze them.
Yeah. I know that. I think that's a little bit harder, but yeah,
Not really.
sure.
Analyzing, like,
I guess you just
You're-
have to finish it in a certain
so
way.
you're essentially, from
'Cause
what
you-
I recall of that,
Yeah.
you're essentially dropping the metal in a container with water and passing a current through it
Yeah.
for
Because
a
I know.
period of time.
I thought there was something where you had to like take off the outer layer of oxidized aluminum to get it to.
That's possible
Finish the right way.
to help it.
Yeah. Bond.
But yeah,
Damn it!
I looked into it at one point
What'd you
back in my robotics years because I need to play around with that again sometime. But
Too many hobbies.
yeah, way too
I,
many hobbies.
Attach something wrong?
Nice.
Missed a piece?
I forgot to put.
What did we just say about following directions?
Shut up. Everyone just shut up. All right, there. Luckily, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
All right, I now have 2 feet.
Nice.
That was a quick foot.
Yes, it was only, well, one part of the foot was 3 pieces, so I put those 2 together, and then the foot was 3 pieces, including that one.
Nice.
Let's see.
Well, so I know we've been talking a heck of a lot lately about the voice acting for the game, but we have been working on the game itself, more code-wise and tools-wise.
Yep.
Sean's been kind of cooking up another little something in our tool space recently.
Yeah, essentially to
talk
help
about
us. Sure. Did we mention much about the debugging network stuff?
Yeah, so I think
we mentioned
on the
it.
last stream we talked about, and we demonstrated
That's right,
the AI
Yeah.
utility that I've been working on and the monitoring that we set up on that. And that's using that utility library that Sean put together that allows us to
Kind of dump miscellaneous.
connect to any of our test devices on our Wi-Fi network and integrate support for passing information back and forth to our native tools that we build. So
Someday I'd like to extend that more, but where it is now is pretty good and we're pretty stable. But
we've been adding a little bit more based on that capability, right? Because you're still working on a lot of the network mode.
Yeah, so the next thing, now that we can get miscellaneous data packets like that, so I can track, where each phone is at a given frame and everything, because there's a lot of details. It's hard to visualize all that, unless you just look at a giant list of output in text. So, similar to what Shane was doing, I wanted to use a different type of output, and I didn't want to spend forever building one. So we're essentially going to use something called it's like Google Trace View. I forget what the project name is.
It's the TraceView platform that's built into Chrome and Android Studio itself to perform performance tracing.
Mainly meant for Android and Linux and Chrome, but it's a standard format they output. So we're essentially going to use that in such a way that we can just dump whatever data we want in a timeline idea, and it will display that timeline. So we can see this packet was sent at this time and received at this time, and you can kind of build that all as one dump of data and visualize it. So that'll be really nice. Because eventually down the road, we got to track how long did it take to get data across? How often are frames missed? Or take care of all kinds of edge cases. That's the hard part.
So I mean, I think that we're kind of getting pretty close to completing a lot of the the major tools work we were planning to do to support things like the next revision of the AI balancing and the network mode, and be able to start focusing on continuing the implementation for those. So.
And like you said, a lot of the voice submissions have been done.
Yeah, the voice acting process has been fantastic.
I got to listen into a few of them.
Yeah, I mean, everybody did an awesome job with that. The processes we did, kind of doing live recording sessions with everybody. I mean, we got really lucky. The cast did an awesome job and just knocked it out of the park. I mean, we haven't really had to go back. What park? I mean, I'd have to go with Kauffman Stadium myself. But,
slightly biased.
But I mean, it's been great. The voice samples we've gotten for all the characters are fantastic.
Needing very little back and forth.
I mean, it's been great. So we're really excited to get to a point where we can actually share that with you guys in the build, which hopefully will be sooner than later. And I had kind of a moment of reflection with Sean and Logan the other day, and it's like, this is another major milestone for the game that we're crossing the threshold. We've had quite a few this year. So, continuing to make some huge strides.
Yeah, and with networking coming together, that's one of the last major systems. Everything else is just polish.
A lot of assembling the remaining characters, polish, wrapping up some of the remaining
Balance
story work,
stuff.
balancing.
It's gonna be a lot of that.
Test it, test it, test it.
Yeah.
Logan's gonna get really tired of playing.
God damn it, Logan. But yeah. And story mode too, you know, we kind of mentioned on the last stream, like, you know, our voice actors are kind of, it's been good for all the submissions we had, just in general, to get some feedback from the community about the project. And two, the voice cast has obviously been privy to more of the full content and context of the story.
Mm-hmm.
And we've gotten a lot of really good positive feedback about that as well. So,
Awesome.
you know, it's just good to kind of get confirmation that, you know,
What you're doing
we're
is
crafting
really
something
cool.
that a lot of people are enjoying. So that's good.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day.
Oh, man.
When I had hair down to my waist.
I remember that too, but
Mm-hmm.
yep, the day where Shane's like, hey,
Wouldn't it be cool?
wouldn't it be
I'm
cool?
pretty
if we
sure
had-
I was up in the loft and
Yeah.
you were down in the living room. And I
We
have
were
been
like-
thinking about the idea for a while.
Hey, you guys,
You
Let's-
guess?
let's go to Starbucks and
Well,
talk about this.
yeah.
Did we go to Starbucks?
We did.
Yeah.
Well, I think the concept we didn't, but the like
Right.
schedule,
Oh, sure.
I talked about it, the idea.
and it could have been
And
because
we
either I
were-
was on like a lunch
Right.
break or I used
Yeah.
to work there, or
Yeah.
for some reason we just decided to go there.
Maybe we needed coffee because it was late.
No, I
It wasn't that
remember.
late.
Yeah, I remembered it was
okay.
still sunny out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember talking about a lot of it in that old.
I remember. I mean, I just remember where we were
Duplex.
sitting, which Starbucks we were at.
Yep.
Just don't remember.
Yeah, if only we had. Well, I guess we might have some of the early builds somewhere. We'll have to do
I've
like
got a
thing for
couple
that.
stashed, but I mean, I've fired them up not too long ago. A lot of them are really kind of. There's not much to see
No.
because in the early days we were spending most of our time just kind of scoping out and fleshing out the core engine for gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like even just things like getting the animation system up and running, getting our input methodology
Yeah.
working, and
It was fun with some of the old bugs and.
oh yeah, we were
Issues
talking
in
about
there,
that the other
yeah.
night. Like, I think we have a couple builds saved, but we have had some pretty freaking hilarious glitches, and we thought about doing like a little segment during one of the streams to kind of show some of the really funny stuff that's happened. However, I don't know how much we have at the moment,
Yeah.
but if we get to a point where we have enough that we can compile into a little thing,
Probably
we
some
might.
free time.
Yeah, we might.
Free time.
Yeah,
Yep.
might
We can hope.
do a little of that.
But yeah, even some fun stuff. Like I remember, like we had a whole different way of doing rendering the graphics early on.
Oh yeah.
We were worried we didn't know how fast it would be, so we like built this test of like just forget who it was, but it was
Pretty sure it was Ryu.
Ryu from Street Fighter, and we just drew like hundreds of them
Yeah.
just to see how much we could do.
Animated and
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
was.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I mean,
even back then, like for what
Oh,
we're
yeah.
doing, the phones handle it really well, and now we're even more
Oh yeah.
optimized.
I mean, we're running on
Way
OGL, and we've optimized the rendering pipeline.
yeah, garbage collection's about as small as you can get.
Yeah, we're not even generating allocations during gameplay for the most part. I think we might have a few tiny.
Whatever it is,
things,
it's
but,
microscopic.
Yeah.
So. Or stuff that's valid, like loading level. They're always going to have some.
But yeah.
Yep.
Come a long way.
Yeah, it was fun. Should we mention the phones we got today, or
well, you just
Spoiler.
did. So, but yes, we did.
Acquire?
We did acquire
Oops.
four low-end Android devices.
yeah,
To test to see how our game would run. And these phones they're $80.
Normally.
I mean, they're the Samsung J3 things. They're like
Yeah.
the cheapest Samsung phone you could probably find that's not a flip phone.
Basically.
It has like a 420, like a Qualcomm 425, 1.5 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of storage,
Mhm.
not even, or like
It's
a 720 LCD display.
It's at least a quad core, like 1 point something gigahertz.
Well, they're all
1.4.
quad cores now.
Sure.
It's really hard to find one that's not.
But still, like
But
half the speed of most.
Right.
Yeah,
And
the game runs great.
right,
Yeah.
we
it
tested
runs
it on there, and it's
silky
just
smooth.
super
Yeah.
smooth and shine on.
Sure,
Sean did like a how is the game running on this phone type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know
Type thing.
I don't know the technical side of it.
Android profiler.
It was only like
It was like 6 to 12% of the processor, and the 12% was running AI
Yeah.
occasionally. So
And I
And-
think we're on average hovering around 100 or so megs of RAM. During
yeah,
gameplay,
almost exactly. The level I loaded was about
Yeah.
100,
Yeah.
and it was like a straight line across.
Yep.
There was no loading or unloading. There was, and the funny thing is that's the debug build. So
Right.
like our final release
Yeah,
build
the
will be
release
slightly
build
better.
will actually have better performance.
Yeah,
So,
and that's still at like 60 frames and everything. Yeah.
yeah,
so
pretty
we are
sweet.
excited to get those phones a try
hmm
and to test our multiplayer and things like that on.
Yep.
And maybe we'll use them for something else. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. Entity wink wink. I can't tell you what I've been working on because it's
Mhm.
super duper top secret.
We need a good code name for that, so we can sort of refer to it without really explaining what that is.
If I knew more about Gundam, we could pick a Gundam related.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's tons of code names you could use for that.
All right. I have.
Code name better than Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I'm
whatever
sure.
put together.
I'm sure that was one of them.
I would not expect you to claim something like that, Logan.
What?
That
Better than Optimus Prime?
Gundam's better than Transformers. I would
Oh
not
no
expect you to.
no!
to be
But I was saying
claiming
like the code name was like the thing from Family Guy where he's like the
Oh,
USS
yeah.
better than Spider-Man.
it. Yep.
Optimus Prime all put together, and it's like that'd be our code name.
Mm-hmm.
And we're calling it code name better than Spider-Man, Batman, Superman.
There's, I don't know if you ever saw like Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh yeah.
It's number one in the hood, G.
Yep. There's this one episode
Yeah.
where like all the bad guys get together,
Yep.
and their code name was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yep.
My God.
And when they did roll call, you had to say, "I'm here," or "Here I am, rock me like a hurricane."
Yep.
It's so good.
Okay, there. Finally, I'm clipping this one. Now I get to cut off all the nubs.
Nub time. Nubbing it up.
Dirty. Okay, so there's this one
Nubbilicious.
and this one. But let's see what else I've been working on. I guess I've been working on some of the frames for Shinrao and Atami.
Yep.
So
You've been working on contracts and dealing with
right,
voice
yeah.
actors.
No, I've been doing all the regular non-fun stuff of writing contracts
Non-fun
and
stuff.
There's been some fun stuff in there. Like the time you hung up on somebody. And
Oh yeah.
yeah.
he knows who he is.
Right.
You know who you are.
I'm sorry,
Guy
guy who.
and or lady.
Mm-hmm. We didn't mean it. It was just Funny timing.
I don't remember.
It was an
Oh, I was messing with my phone.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And
Fiddling while we're in the middle of a call and just hung up right as they asked a question.
Oopsie poopsie.
Memories.
yep. Going in the old memory box.
It's times like that it would have been funny to be able to record it, but oh well.
But been playing. Right now, I'm replaying for probably the third time in my life. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, because I got an Xbox One X, so why not play a game that came out in 2003?
It was a good game. Yeah. How does it look in 4K?
It
It looks even shittier.
It's very.
Yep.
The polygons are very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And large.
That's the funny thing is like more detail, more resolution really doesn't help those games because they're not built for it. Like I played various games on like PlayStation emulators, and yeah, just cranking up some of that stuff makes it look worse.
Helen's never played Knights of the Old Republic.
It's a good one.
I've told her multiple times to try it
I'm good.
because I think she would
I
be.
have plenty of games from this generation that I
There's
haven't
so
played.
many games.
This year,
Yeah.
man, this year has been a pretty insane year.
Although at the same time, I feel bad for people like one of my brothers who like only does Xbox for some reason. I think it's just because he doesn't have the money and time for more, but he's weird about it. But he's like talking about like the couple of good games that he's played. It's like I have this massive backlog on all these other platforms. But oh well. Xbox has had a couple good ones, but just not as many as it should have. I feel bad for him this year. Maybe next year it will catch up after the X is out.
Maybe.
X has been selling pretty good so far
Yeah.
based on some of the preliminary numbers we've heard.
Oh, my fingers.
Yeah.
2 arms and 2
There's a
legs
lot of-
done.
There's a lot of people like, so you gonna have the One X on sale? I'm like, no.
No,
Why would we?
it just
came out.
Doesn't work like that, sorry. Unless you're like a Madden title.
Ooh, I've reached my infographic page. That means I'm halfway done.
Yeah. Persona is an amazing game.
So I've heard.
Do you want Persona?
No.
If you want to kill about 100 hours like Skyrim, there's not like they don't have. You can't like Skyrim's designed so you can infinitely play it. This doesn't have that, but there's just so much to that game and so much like crazy detail stuff that's just amazing. All the menus just look absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait for their next game. It's gonna be awesome. This one's heavy.
That's a lot of steps in one.
This goes here. I love these little like sweat marks that show like, pay attention to this, it goes this way.
Yes. Look at me! Look at me!
There we
Come on, damn it. There we go.
What?
Oh, I'm just trying to cut off these little knob, and it's just like
I don't want
I'm like pushing it, and it's like at the very end, and I'm just like, come on, just cut through that last piece.
go. Oh. Logan probably doesn't care, but I was super excited. I think Shane was. There's going to be a Valkyria Chronicles 4.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that. I
it's
mean,
going
when I
back to the-
Switch.
saw it, I thought about you,
Yeah,
but no,
I sent it over. I'm
That-
pretty,
that game is
yeah.
one of my top for that system. It's so good. And I'm glad they're finally going back to the strategy thing, because that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
they tried to do this action-y thing in the last one, and then there was like 2 mobile-only ones that I never got around to. I think one of them only even stayed in Japan, so. But yeah, it should be good. Very much anime story, but that's what I want. It's all right with me. Oh no.
I can't even think of anything that I'm super stoked on.
Game-wise? I guess you don't care about Red Dead. That's gonna be one of the big ones this next year.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh.
I'll probably get it for Xbox since it's supposed to be
yeah.
like designed for the One X.
Yeah, it'll look really good on there. I wish it was coming to PC, but Rockstar's always kind of mixed bag on that.
Yeah, they don't like PC.
Which is hilarious because it's done really well on PC. But you know,
No.
I don't know.
I went ahead and just cut this open and wasn't thinking, and this other end's like a zippy resealable. Oh well. I gotta protect my sponge stuff. I'll let them vent and not be smelly next time.
There we go.
Yeah, I know there's some other good games.
South Park. That
Yeah.
game
Oh,
is
that's
awesome.
right.
Yeah.
That's what I've been playing. Well, I mean, I beat it, so
Yeah.
I was playing it. Yep. No, it was pretty good. I guess that would be what I'm looking forward to is the DLC for that.
Oh yeah, forgot they're doing that. DLC for Zelda eventually.
Yeah.
Next month.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned with how little we're learning of that.
Yeah. I expect a little more by now.
I'm a little concerned as to why this isn't closing that well.
I'm still excited for Xenosaga, and I think there's a couple others.
Yeah, I managed to pre-order that,
Mhm.
so
I am.
Oops.
I am crap.
You are crap.
I'm dealing with like little tiny pieces.
I mean, why is there a need for the foot to be that articulate?
Posing
Seriously,
these things are a pain in
it's
the
like-
ass. No, that is phenomenal.
It's like
Getting these
fully
things to
articulated.
balance,
Yeah.
getting them
Yeah.
to pose and balance is
I
retardedly
guess.
hard. So that's amazing that the foot articulates that much.
Not to mention you can get the like holders for
oh
them,
yeah.
so you can have them pose in certain ways. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, get in your home.
So pay attention.
Ow.
And what does this symbol mean? I'm having to go to sites to make sure I know what this symbol means.
Don't screw it up.
Well, no, well, that's kind of what that is. The exclamation point is obviously pay attention here.
But maybe it's saying pay attention and don't screw it up.
Basically. Okay, a decal number. Okay.
Ah.
That's a boring symbol. Well, it's like a black and white arrow going both directions, so like, is it trying to say I need to have this a certain way? It's saying I could
Probably.
use this one or this one.
Yeah.
Which one do I want?
There. Oh my god. That sucked.
By the way, I'm pretty excited because a friend of mine wants to go to Japan in about a year. So,
Sweet.
been doing a bunch of research already about where it'll go, how much it'll cost.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Now I get to practice the language again, which it's been too long. Maybe I should talk you into it so I have somebody to practice with.
Yeah.
And then we
I
can talk
had
in front of.
several years of Japanese, but again, it's been a while.
Oh yeah, but then we can talk Japanese in front of Logan and really throw him off.
As if speaking English doesn't work.
Well,
That was a sick burn.
Done.
yeah, it's been fun, guys.
Call the ambulance.
I'll see you
Use the nearest
later.
burn unit.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
I mean, because I was going to be super stoked for Need for Speed, but I guess apparently it's kind of lame.
Yeah.
It's not a very big game.
Yeah.
That's too bad. It felt like they were just kind of pooping it out. Where is this going?
B12. That's A.
Excited to see Star Wars on the 18th.
Yeah, that's coming up real quick, like.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. A lot of the things I've been hearing have been really good, just in general over the course of the development of the film. And I was quite pleased with the news of
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson's trilogy that he's going to be working on.
I really like that it's a new story.
Yep.
Like the old movies were great and all, but there's so much in the entire galaxy that doesn't necessarily have to do with Luke and everybody else. So
Yeah.
that'll be nice. Plus, yeah, he's supposedly done an amazing job with this, and the trailers and cinematography look amazing. So.
Yeah. Well, and I just like that he's going to do something different.
Yes.
I mean, that's the consistent thing I keep hearing from everyone about Last Jedi is
Mhm.
it's going to be very different and
Mhm.
different than what people are used to with those kind of films. So
Yeah, slightly serious and.
yeah, and I mean for Disney to bring him in to do a whole brand new trilogy from scratch, I mean that shows some really strong confidence based on what he's delivered in this film.
Yeah.
So
Not to mention, like, especially if you enjoy it, but, like, that's just guaranteed. That's a money printer.
Oh,
yeah.
This was probably their best $3 million.
Exactly.
yeah. Yeah, I know there was a lot of people who were upset that he didn't come on to do episode 9 and they got
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams instead, but I'm actually fine with J.J. doing the last one of this trilogy. I think
Yeah.
it'll be
Tie it together.
kind of coming full circle. I thought he did a pretty good
Ow.
job with Force Awakens, considering the just sheer complexity of what he had to accomplish with that film.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like JJ's stuff in general, so.
Oh, yeah.
But now I think we know why. Why? Because Ryan Johnson's probably wanting a bit of a break before he gets
Oh,
into his series. So.
Fine with me.
We need your member berries.
Yeah.
Please bring it back.
I wish they had developed that plot line a little bit more. I thought they were gonna do something more with that. But I think they got thrown for quite a loop in general with that season.
Yeah. As we all were.
Although, there's something we don't usually discuss. Logan.
Uh-oh.
We
What
don't
are your
discuss Logan
what
at
are
all.
your impressions thus far of this season of South Park overall?
Uh-oh.
I mean, I like that it's not always continued. I like that
Yeah.
I like that they tried it.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a storyline, but
Right.
yeah, it's mainly just about the relationship.
Right.
So-
The only thing that seems to continue is their relationship, which
Mhm.
this one was kind of funny because this
Yeah.
last week's one was funny because the fact that she's kind of turning into Cartman
Mhm.
was kind of like
She's like Cartman, but she follows through.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
she's like Cartman, but will actually follow through with it, bro.
Ugh.
So
Oh, jeez, I didn't need to put
I guess that's a good point. Let's see if there is.
This is nuts.
A preview for.
Oh yeah.
There is not.
Oh.
So there's no episode this week?
Doesn't look like it.
Probably not with the holiday.
Well, see, I figured that they would have done this week because they would have had last Thursday till Wednesday to do
To get it done.
and then
instead of-
Thursday being Thanksgiving, that they wouldn't do
I
next
wonder.
week.
I wonder if they do like a production schedule where they actually like just internally they all do like an earlier Thanksgiving
Maybe.
and then get back to it earlier.
I don't know. It'd be hard to plan.
Yeah. Well,
They always seem to like miss so many weeks per season, though.
they do.
So,
They skip a couple weeks.
yeah.
That's just in their plan. But
I wonder how they come to deciding, like, okay, we're going to skip this one. Or if it's thought
well,
of ahead.
it's probably honestly determined more by the network than them.
Maybe.
I would imagine.
I don't know, though.
I would imagine because
No,
they're
They
They're-
don't do anything special in the weeks they miss. They just would do a rerun.
yeah.
I would assume it's because they need more time for an episode or just need a break for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I am
Just
curious
flexibility
if
to
they're
build in.
Well, because they only do 10 episodes.
Yeah.
right.
So they probably don't want to just be out of shows in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Right.
or I mean, in 10 weeks.
Right.
Yeah. But it just seems like always one of those things, like, at least for as much as you watch it, like, we don't know if there's going to be an episode until they announce it that week before. So.
They announce the schedule in advance.
Okay.
We just never check it. That's
Oh,
the
sure,
problem.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We never check their master schedule. They post
Okay.
their series schedule every time.
I didn't know if it was one of the things they plan, like, months ahead or if it
yeah,
just comes out.
I like I said, I still think some of that comes from the network a little bit because they probably want to strategically plan what weeks are new and how to Logan's point to spread out the programming a little
Maybe.
bit. But
So
even
many on, one
so,
off.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so far I've really been liking this season. Like
Mhm.
same thing. I liked what they did when they did a continuous thing, but it did kind of get to this point where you could tell like
It was hard to continue.
well, yeah, it's just like you're backing yourself into a corner, and one of the things that's so like you kind of have to find a way to keep this thing going. And one of the greatest things about South Park, I think, is how they can just have a random
just
episode
spontaneous.
about some particular thing,
And it's hilarious.
and it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that they've gotten the opportunity to do a little bit more of that. There's been some good like standalone type episodes in this season,
Mm-hmm.
and overall, I feel like the humor's been really good. So
I mean, I really enjoyed the like prequel to the game.
yeah.
That was pretty good.
This is by far the most complicated sticker.
I don't know. Mine was
Well, yeah,
kinda tiny.
You have, like, microscopic stickers. This
I think
is just...
I'm missing the sticker guide or something because like I had a couple, but I have not seen anything indicating
Yeah.
stickers for a long time.
And that's the whole pack, I
Yeah.
think. So...
Maybe
Yeah,
we're
this
saving
one...
it for last.
Maybe.
This one, like, goes around this entire shape. But I'm having to, like, match the symbols here, and they're not quite showing where all of them line up. Oh, there's that one. Okay, I see what they did. They're, like, super thin, but they have this very slightly grayed out area as where it goes.
Huh.
But they're, like, microscopic. I don't know how to...
Just do it.
Uh-huh.
Just do it.
Just dark.
Just wing it.
You got this.
Justin, Tate's kid that has the RS,
Mhm.
he's getting a Mountoon exhaust for his RS.
Yeah.
And he's like, does anybody in your group have it? And I'm like, I don't think so.
A girl does, but it's
No.
not for an RS.
Right.
Oh, really? Okay. Should
Oh,
have
it's
waited to put
14.
this piece together.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Gonna do it, guys.
Lois, I'm going to my doctor's appointment now.
I don't know what this is I'm building right now, but it looks very articulate.
Just that one part. That's
Well,
the...
no, so I just have this piece that I put in this slotted track, and
Oh.
it has a slotted track
yeah.
on it for some other piece. It's gonna,
Wow.
like, I don't know what it is, but I guess I'll find out shortly.
I thought I had some like very small tweezers. This not.
Do you want me to check, see if we have them in the other room?
No.
You sure?
Have to do it carefully.
Are you like really sure?
I'm never sure. My name's not Shirley. I know I completely messed that up.
Yep, you did.
I wasn't gonna
You
say
don't-
anything, but
You don't mess with airplane when I'm.
When he isn't present.
I'm focusing on this sticker. It's taking too much of my mental processes.
oh my gosh, what is this other tiny piece that's supposed to go here? For crying out loud.
See, like, it's just a line, and there's like 5 stickers that make up this line that goes around this piece.
So you got it.
I got that one. There's 2 of these on this piece, 2 on the other.
No, you got it.
Mm-hmm. So this should be, yeah, this line. So I'm gonna get the opposite squiggly.
What the fuck?
You making Yoda sounds over there?
Will you move? The last 2 or the man? Something like
See, we got a little
That's-
reality check
yeah.
here. Okay. For the like 30 seconds or 2-minute things that we have during the stream, we have quite a bit of leftover audio
and
and footage.
takes and yeah.
But it's all good. We have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Logan has quite a reputation for dropping some keepers on the mic
Yep.
when we're doing like voiceovers and stuff.
Yeah, just the mic. He does like dropping keepers. Like that is a sticker I have to apply.
Do it.
That.
Do it.
Do it.
That's why I use the blade for ones
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what are you talking about, dude? That wasn't pre-recorded earlier. Like I ran over there.
I didn't say that was pre-recorded.
No, the one you were referencing, the Yoda.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm. We should
Can
selectively leak those.
Can
someday.
we?
No. No.
Leak them all over.
I think these are the upper legs, but they're in this weird like multi-articulating piece assembly. I don't know. It's an interesting way to do that.
That's the other fun
What
part.
the whoa?
Yeah. It's funky. That's the other fun part in a way, though, is like you're like, what am I building?
Right. What is the? Well, there's a couple of moments where I've been like, what am I building?
Yeah. It's kind of like a puzzle. It's like, I know this lines up somewhere.
It's a puzzle that tells you how to complete it.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be one thing. It'd be kind of crazy, like, trying to put these together without knowing the instructions.
Oh, F that. No chance. I would have no chance.
Is that like blind Gundam.
you know there's somebody out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a master of that.
Oh yeah.
Although, you know what? I'll bet if you did it long enough, you
Yeah,
would start to
there's
recognize some of
patterns.
the patterns of, like, things.
And like if you know the Gundam well enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one goes like meow.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got those lines.
Nice. See, you did it.
No, I'm not done.
You-
And this is just one piece.
You have accomplished enough to demonstrate your ability to do this without flaw.
skilled at sticker placement. Can I put this on my resume?
There you go.
Well, I can apply Gundam stickers.
Every time
You're
I
hired.
refresh the page
Yeah.
of our stream, I keep getting commercials for Ghostbed on there.
Oh, really?
So I think that's something for you, Shane. It's trying to
Yep.
tell you something.
Yep.
Or not Ghostbed, Purple Bed.
Oh.
Ghostbed doesn't have commercials.
Yeah. Our
Is Ghost Bud like Bud the sports dog and he died and it's just like
Ghost Bud.
Yeah. Super depressing.
Moving along.
Yeah.
Yes, our mattress is really terrible at home, and my back is in great pain as a result. So we're planning on getting a new one soon. It doesn't help either that all our cats like to pile onto the bed in the night. They don't really care about your degree of comfort.
Oh no, it's not about you.
So
What symbol lines up with what here? Like, I don't-
close your eyes.
Yeah.
Reach within for the truth.
Use the force.
Forks.
Use the swords.
That's the front half.
The combination is one.
One,
One.
two, three, four.
Five.
One,
The
two.
combination is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the stupidest combination I've ever heard in my life.
It's like what some idiot would use on his luggage.
C12.
Bingo.
Yep, that's pretty freaking stupid that they wouldn't just like print this on there.
I'm gonna jump ahead to this one because
You said specifically earlier, don't
Nope.
jump ahead.
nope, I can't do this. It's melting my brain.
You can do it.
My brains. Alright, well, cleaning this piece of nubs, I can't even hold on to it.
Jeez.
That's when you don't even bother. You just clip them.
You need small Asian fingers.
I had ones like that, and I just clipped them. Because there is no way I'd be able to hang on to that and not slice my damn hands off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's try.
Nope, that's backwards. Great. Get off. Nope.
Ouch!
Yeah.
I think if I had a pair of tweezers, it would be fine.
Yeah. I have those tweezers I use for electronics. I need to bring those.
Alright.
Is that supposed to fall off the edge?
Not gonna happen.
Why not?
Because it literally just shot out of my hands. And if
Okay, look. If I can trim the excess plastic off of this tiny ass yellow piece
and put that in by hand in that hole, you can totally do that. Although the way you're manipulating that straight razor right now has me kind of nervous.
You should actually get a.
I have
Real
a spare
blade.
X-Acto.
It's so much better than a razor blade.
Real like this thing?
Yeah.
No, I can. Yeah, I'm much more precise with this than that.
Okay.
And this is my second Gundam, and I have yet to cut myself. So
Don't. Oh, you jinxed it now.
You shouldn't
Shouldn't
have
have
done
said
that.
it.
It's just a boy.
great. Now I don't. Now where did that little nub go? Because
You serious?
Slowly tilt it the other direction.
oh, there it is.
Underneath the other piece. Rubber. I'm just gonna assume that's right and move on.
Actually,
This cube.
I thought you did something wrong.
No.
actually, you know what? I am excited for.
For
Whoa.
That's pretty cool. This assembly.
oh yeah, yeah,
Jeez, dude.
I think that's the knee, maybe.
probably.
So yeah, I've got that articulating.
That's ridiculously complex.
All to
assembly.
simulate like a piston
Yeah.
hydraulic system. What you excited for?
You know what I'm excited for next year?
What?
Konsui fighting.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
you cheesy motherfucker.
again, might be biased. We're assuming we're coming out next year.
Purchase it.
We're coming up next.
Not you or anyone else is gonna stop us.
Bearing a war or something crazy. Zombie apocalypse. Still releasing.
We're
it
gonna
in
yeah,
those
we're
notebooks.
gonna freaking stronghold the studio and hold them off in shifts as we wrap up development.
Yep.
Like,
You don't understand. This game has to come out.
Okay. So that. What is this one? Triangle. That one. Okay. Okay.
Sure.
There's two of them. Okay.
all right.
I put the leg on the wrong side.
Second articulating knee thing.
Knee thing.
So, what's this? D110. D210. Okay. Some other tiny little piece.
D10 and D11.
Like the last piece on the back just sent it flying.
I heard it like snap, and
I
then
was
you
trying
like looked
to-
around. I was
Well, I
like,
was
oh
trying
God,
to make
it's
sure
gone.
I heard it hit, and I couldn't tell if it got far enough to get into Sean's box or
Oh,
it
yeah.
just hit the side of mine.
Whoa.
Is it one-legged?
Wow.
Battle damage.
Exactly.
Done.
I'll get you.
It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah. Oh, dag nabbit.
Oh no!
No, it's the stupid thing again where it's like you have to wait to put this in between the
Yep.
pieces.
Yep. What did we tell you?
No, I've done it twice now. Well, the problem is they don't really illustrate it very. I guess this one's kind of. The other one was a little less obvious, but.
Just a little bit.
There we go.
Just a little bit. Come on, baby.
I like how this is the hips and he has like a little tail, like wee wee wee.
Yeah, they always have those like miscellaneous flaps and tail-like things. Sure they are. And Zona the Enders doesn't have cockpits.
Mhm.
Oh shit!
Is it your turn?
Dropped it.
Oh, man, so close. So I need a backwards E or a hangman.
What? What are you talking about? Q, another Q, the Batman symbol.
Like I said, I gotta practice my Japanese.
I think I can pop all these.
Are these different?
Did I just put that one backwards? You fucking idiot.
Okay. So I'm gonna use this one.
What? What is this? What?
Have you ever done any of those aptitude tests that show like how good you are at spatial reasoning and whatnot? Like back in elementary?
I guess I did have it on right.
They should just have me build Gundams. We should test so many things.
So that must be his front skirt. And that's not a tail. That's actually
It's a butt rocket.
that's not his butt.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like I said,
You,
tails.
you gotta shield that part, you know. It's very important to the functioning of the flexible of the You ever notice how there's not many female Gundams? Which I think is a travesty.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be awesome for them to do an entire series that was focused on that.
Yeah. The main one I know of that
I was like, I feel like there's
I've
been
seen-
one.
there's one that's like pink wearing like a sailor outfit. I forget what she's in. And then I think there's a couple other characters who are female that drive a mobile suit. But I doubt there's many that are Gundams. Because even in the old PS1 game, like Easy Allies was playing that recently, and they're like, oh yeah, this one's actually a girl. Then
It's probably about time that we.
Batman.
I'm gonna have one of these done.
Batman.
Oh my god! I can actually put his leg all the way up to his butt.
From the leg to the butt.
Well, yeah.
No, I mean look.
But why?
Yeah. He's just
Oh,
super
shit.
flexible.
not?
Can't you do that? Rolling forward.
Oh, shit.
All right, I'm calling it here.
Oh. But what about all our faithful viewers?
Yeah.
Is it one of these? You're looking in the wrong place.
Oops.
Oh my gosh. The articulation.
Like 4 parts
Yeah.
just to make a knee.
There, yay.
Like,
Oh, that's more than 4.
yeah. That is just crazy.
Yep.
Oop, now it's just coming apart. yeah, no, that's
Oh, I broke
that's
it.
so super cute.
They can only work 4 times.
And I broke it. Oh, great. That arm is just kind of
Oh,
burp. Derp.
that's okay. Yeah, I was looking in the wrong place. Okay. It's like a swoosh with a check mark on it.
Swoosh. Swish and flick.
Swish, swish, punch, punch.
Punch, kick.
His legs are strangely skinny.
If you wanted to get the transition to the things.
You really want us to just leave, don't you?
Yep, it is about time where we call it
So long.
farewell. It's been another episode of Konsui Fighter
Live.
Live.
Gundam building.
Gundams. All right, well, thanks everyone for joining us, and we get to clean up this mess
Yep.
and get back to work.
Yep.
But
Probably have another regular update stream in about another week and a half, 2 weeks.
Can we do more of these so I can finish before the
Yeah,
end
I
of
was
the
gonna
year?
say I haven't even finished it. I got through like
You got the
almost 2 pages,
Yeah, but
and I have 1 left.
At this point, this is essentially like lining.
Yes.
That's all I'm doing is like outlining this figure in gold. But yeah, one more
You look
sticker and then
so
I'll.
cool.
And I still have a whole other one.
You got this.
I know. It's just- oh well.
Awesome.
Yep.
So we
Yep.
will we'll check you guys next time, and again check out our social media, Twitter and Facebook for more updates and more exciting news that we may announce soon.
May or may not.
May or may
Yeah.
not. Who knows? But thanks everyone, and have a terrific evening, and have a very happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yes. In case we miss you.
Bye.